least that's what. Yep. All right, we're good. All right, there we go. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another fantastic evening of Sports Dummy. It is me. It is me. I am me, Chaz, and I am here with Mike tonight. It's just going to be me and him rolling tonight. We might get Matt, but I highly doubt it. He is with his daughter right now, who is in the championship game of their volleyball tournament. So, best of luck
State
to
championship in Florida.
yeah,
So
yeah. Best of luck to the Mavericks down there and Matt and his family and his daughter especially. So good luck to them. And while they do that, we'll do this. So with that being said, what's up, Mike? How you doing tonight?
good, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. We were just actually going through some of these um, injury reports that we were seeing. And
Yeah.
before we get to that, let's talk about a little bit of flashback Pittsburgh Steeler news. So
Okay.
yesterday, it hit the news that Antonio Brown was extradited from Dubai to back to the United States, stemming from a May incident. I think it was in May,
Yeah.
for a attempted murder charge. They found him in Dubai apparently, and the extradited order was taken out. And they brought him back. He is now back in the states, and currently he is on his way back to Miami to face charges. So there's your past Steelers news. What a bonehead. What a waste of a career at the end.
Yeah. The guy was on his way to a Hall of Fame career, but
Yeah.
a couple
It's
hits and
it's a shame. It's either he got too much money too fast, or he's doing something. He's got a TBI, a traumatic brain injury.
oh, I think so. I think
Probably
that Bengal.
heavily, yeah, I think it's heavily into CTE. And unfortunately, we just lost a young man this past week. Nealand from the Dallas Cowboys, for whatever reason, felt that his only option was to take his own life. Horrible, horrible situation out of Dallas. We encourage anybody that's watching, if you have any of those types of thoughts, reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. Um, Somebody can help you, I promise. Even if you reach out to one of us, we'll be more than happy to help you. Um, you know,
Absolutely.
get a hold of anybody that you need to. We can find options other than that. There's too many people that love you and miss you if you do that. So, if you're having any type of struggles, please reach out to anybody to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. So, with that being said, now let's get into some of the stuff that we have going on. Big, big, big injury report going on for this week. So with that said, let's jump right into our picks because that'll end up giving us a huge thing to talk about when we go and talk about these injuries as well. But before we do that, let's let's not be remiss here and talk about the Thursday night game that what I would consider is a snooze fest. And Mike, you nailed it
Yeah.
on the you kind of nailed it on the head just a little bit ago when you said what
I was watching the Penguin game, but the Raiders
exactly.
Raiders could have won. The Raiders could have won
Exactly.
that game.
And that's my point. I didn't want to steal your thunder. Yeah, if you if you missed that game or you um, decided not to watch it, you didn't miss anything. So
I mean, you're talking to guys here who we're not missing games. We're not missing
no,
national games in the NFL. You
no,
know,
no. We
and
certainly do not plan on missing any games.
right,
When there's a game on, like there's a game on right now on FS1 for Houston and UCF, and I'm probably going to throw it on as we talk.
right.
So, yeah, when it comes to football, we only get a precious amount of time of it, and
Yes.
we soak it up as much as possible. I'll watch. I mean, I've literally watched football every day this week. I've watched it Monday,
Right.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm going to watch it tonight, right now.
Well, we're in the midst of 49 straight days. Thank you, Matt Conference with football.
Right,
So
right. So,
yeah,
that's why I like when it starts getting to the middle, the midpoint of the season towards
yeah,
the end of college season, because that's when the MAC, like you said, they have games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's the greatest thing in the
Right.
world. You know,
Fantastic. Yeah.
yeah, so it's fantastic, especially whenever you're trying to chew up and like, hey, what am I supposed to watch? During the week right now.
Right.
So,
Right.
um, so yeah, that game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like Denver has taken huge steps backwards in their offense. They can't
Yeah.
move.
I mean,
They
I
seem like they
think
can't
they've
move the
won. I
ball.
want to say they've won what, 7 straight games, but
Seven
I
straight
don't
games. No, again, nothing to sneeze
know.
at there. 7 straight games. Okay,
Right.
that's a feat. I think the record's 8, so they're
Right.
they're they're coming up on it. Um, but boy, you can only muster 10 points
Yeah.
out of the Raiders.
I mean, you think about their last 2 weeks after a good win against Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
They win 18-15 against a bad Houston team.
Right.
Um, thanks to Bo Nixon, like fourth quarter, and then they win a snooze fest last night 10-7, thanks to the
Mm-hmm.
defense. Again, and what been partially the Raiders are inadequate because they had every opportunity to win that game. So you know,
Yeah, it,
um,
it looked like towards the end of the game, Geno Smith went down with what it looked like a knee injury, but after looking at the replay, it was clear that he got, to me at least, he got a knee driven right into his thigh board,
yep,
and that's going to be probably I would think he's probably going to be out next week. In my
yeah, I
opinion,
would think so.
even
I
though
was
he's
reading
getting about
something today,
10 days
maybe a
off.
quad injury, but yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I think he's got a it's probably going to end up being some type of deep tissue,
Deep issue, yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
thinking too. Exactly.
bruise to where
Yeah.
it's not gonna be well for him. So I think personally, I think he's gonna be out for a week. Which I'm not saying Kenny Pickett's your answer, but maybe a little fresh blood might help the
They
team.
need something.
Might help the team.
Hate hate to say it, but they need something to wake them up a little bit there.
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, we are missing the Denver Broncos of old that like to put up points, especially when they're on your fantasy team. Um,
Right.
it was atrocious. I was the only one that was on the Raiders because I kind of had a
You
feeling
were.
that this was going to happen. Not to mention, it was a divisional game. It was on a Thursday night, and it was 8.5 points. Mike, this was huge.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
apparently, somebody felt that Vegas was not a competent team enough to stick with Denver, but maybe you should be thinking about the fact that Denver has taken a step back offensively in the last 2 to 3 weeks, and they're having trouble scoring points and moving the ball.
Right. Right. Exactly. Something's not right. Doesn't look right with that team.
No, I
Um,
mean this probably should have had the lowest over under of the year
right.
when it
Right.
was all said and done. But here we are. It was a 42 and a half over under. None of us hit that, by the way, which again, thinking back now, we probably all should have been on the under thinking about it.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't take the under because a buddy of mine asked me. I said, "Oh, this game's definitely an under." And I looked this
right,
morning. I'm like, "What? I took an over on this one. Wow.
right.
Okay.
And we all did too. It wasn't just
Yeah.
you, it was everybody. So, um, they got basketball on it. Why do you have basketball on when it's supposed to be college football? Okay. I'm not going to be happy about that. Uh, maybe Delaware State and Morgan State. Okay. So, yeah. So, with that being said, I think the Broncos now are in sole possession of that conference. They are now 8-2 or 7-2. I'm sorry, and um, Kansas City's 5-4. Surprising 5.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, they started the year 0-2.
Yeah. They did. They
So
did.
they had to hold a jump out of pretty quick on that one. But then we're going to move on. We're going to go to the 9:30 game. We're going to Berlin this week. We took a couple weeks off of our uh, international games. We start back with Berlin with the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts, and the Colts are going to give 5.5. The over under is set at 48.5. Matt has already taken the Falcons and the over in this game. And I don't have the only thing I have on either one of these teams is Indianapolis. Um, Buckner. Buckner
Yeah,
goes
he's
on.
out.
He's out.
Buckner's out.
He goes on IR. That's a huge blow to that defense.
Yeah. Only other thing I'd add to that is Atlanta is missing two pass rushers for this game, which isn't good for them. But I think the key to this game for them is they have the fourth most rushing yards to opposing running backs. So that's not good.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I think this is a huge bounce back game for Indy. I'm kind of tipping my pick here, but I think this is a huge bounce back game for Indy. The Falcons, we've talked about this weekend, and we
We've
got
talked about this. Who are they? Who are
exactly. I
they?
was just about to say, who are they? What are they doing? What is going on? And now I'm looking at the updated thing here. It's actually -6.5 right now.
Wow.
So this is moved. I did that
6.5.
deliberately.
Wow.
Yeah, I did that deliberately because I wanted to see if there was a lot of movement on this. So I think Tuesday night is when I did this, Mike, when we went on
Okay.
Tuesday night. So I think I did this. So from Tuesday to now, it went a point. So it is now 6.5 to Atlanta, and the over under is set at 47.5. So I apologize. Um,
Okay. The money's on Indy for sure. They
right,
move a point in 2 days,
right.
in 3 days. The money's on Indy,
And they're saying
and
it's going to
people
be
think it's going to be the under.
yes. That's what I'm gathering here too. I think it's going to be under.
Mhm.
Um, I would have no reason to believe that it's not going to be under. Right. I'm thinking that Indianapolis is going to do most of the scoring in this, but it's not going to be high scoring because they struggled a little bit against the Steelers, especially with that pressure. I think that Atlanta is going to try to duplicate some of that, at least a little bit, until Indianapolis figures it out. So I'm probably comfortable going on the under on this, especially being an international game as well. Typically, those aren't blowouts or score fests. Um,
Right.
so I'm still okay with taking the Colts at -6.5 and the under.
Um, 6.5 is a big number here. I don't know who Atlanta is.
Okay.
Um, Indy, I still think they're a solid football team.
Hmm.
Usually, international games seem to be very tight played. So I'm liking a 6.5 here. I'm going to take Atlanta.
Okay.
49.5 is a big number for sure.
47,
Um,
47.5.
or 47. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I'm
47
sorry.
and a
I'm
half.
sorry.
No, yes, I think I wrote it down wrong. 47 and a half. That being said, both offenses could put up points. Sauce Gardner though comes to Indy this week, so I'm sure he might be on Drake London, which is interesting.
Which
Um,
is a
Michael,
huge thing here because they're probably just
yeah,
going to,
Michael,
yeah, they're probably not going to give him anything except, hey, Sauce, you're man all day, right?
right,
Don't worry
absolutely. Why
about
would you?
yeah, don't
Right,
worry about what we're calling. I don't need you to do any deep quarters or or shallow thirds or anything like that. I just need you to be man on this guy all day long. Wherever he goes,
yeah.
you blanket him.
I'm gonna go. I'm with you. I'm gonna take the under because the European games seem tight, and give me Atlanta in the under in this one.
Okay. Like you said, they play it pretty tight. They play it pretty, you know, kind of
I do
soft
expect
maybe a
Indy
little
to
bit.
win this game, though.
Yes,
I'm with you. I do expect Indy to win.
I think this is going to be a huge bounce back game.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, well, real quick before we move on, one thing that came out of Denver was J.K. has a foot injury. J.K. Dobbins has
Oh,
a
okay.
foot injury that he was a little bit pissed off about, to be honest with you, because he feels that it was a hip drop tackle that should have been called.
It kind of looked like it when I saw the injury, but it was on a borderline, you know.
Right.
But
Well, see,
yeah.
here's the thing too. Okay, there was two guys, I think two separate guys, or it was a couple weeks in succession to each other that a player um, did a hip drop tackle, wasn't flagged for it, but got fined the next week. So it's like you got fined on a play that you didn't get flagged on. So are we really taking this out of the game? Because you should be getting flagged on
No.
that,
Right.
you know?
and especially for injuries on plays like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, okay, great and dandy, you got fined, but that doesn't help the team during the game. And number two, it doubly hurts him because of an injury. So,
Right.
you know, I mean, better officiating, fellas. Better officiating.
And this, again, this is going to go towards the fact that we should figure out a way to pay these guys full time.
Yes, totally agree. You brought that up last week. Totally agree with you.
Got to figure it out. Send them to the
Mm-hmm.
UFL. You know,
Yep.
keep them on the payroll. Send them to the UFL. Let them get more experience and seeing things in real time rather than just 6 months out of the year.
Yep.
Um, all right. So moving on now. The Giants and the Bears. The Giants are going to go to Chicago. I'm going to tell you this, it was at -3.5 to the Giants. It is now -4.5 to the Giants. And the over under was 47.5. Now, oh, I'm sorry, it was 48.5. Now it is 47.5. So 4.5 to the Giants, 47.5 overall. Matt is on the Bears. Matt is on the over.
Okay. I'll take give me the Giants in the over. The Bears can't seem to stop anybody recently. They win football games, but I like the Giants in this game. That's 4.5 to me is a little too much because Jackson Dart he keeps those Giants in games. It seems he's a really good quarterback for a rookie. And I like the over in this one. I think a lot of points are scored.
Hmm. Matt also took the defensive touchdown on the Bears this week.
Okay.
I kind of like the Bears in this situation. I still don't understand if the Giants can move the ball as well without Cam in the backfield. I know they had Tracy come back. I can't
Yeah, I was
recall.
reading today. Singletary might be the call this week.
Okay, so by the sounds of that, then Tracy didn't do well. And if
He
I'm not
didn't do well.
right, and if I'm not mistaken, the Giants lost last week.
Yes, they did. 34-24 to the Niners, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, right.
I just don't trust Caleb Williams.
I know. I don't either, especially the guy considering the guy only threw for like 173 yards and no touchdowns 2 weeks ago. Kind of pissed me off.
Right.
Um, uh, this is at home. Oh, I'm having a tough one with this one. The reason why is because I want to take the points with the Giants, but I'm thinking I should take the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears. I'm going to take the under in this game.
Okay.
Part of the reason why is because nobody has it. And there was a few
Right.
times last week where something hit because nobody was on it. For example, this past Thursday night, everybody was on the over, nobody was on the under. The under hit.
Right. Right.
So if I plan on catching up to anybody, then I better start going against the grain a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, the Giants and the Bears. The only thing out of the Giants that I have here is that could play a huge factor here, Mike. As a matter of fact, Gano is not playing; he's out.
I
Uh,
saw that. They
yeah,
signed veteran place kicker
Jung Ho Koo.
um, Young Ho Koo, former Atlanta Falcon. Right.
So they
Right.
signed him in Chicago. It's going to be cold. It might be windy. I'm not sure, but that place is not very friendly for kickers. When
And
it gets
especially for a guy who kicked his whole career in the dome.
right,
So
right,
that's interesting.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, he didn't kick the whole career. Half of his career was in a dome
Right.
because only half the
Right.
games were there. But still, I understand
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that probably could play into this.
Could
You
it could it could.
because I can see this game being like who knows, a 17-14 game, a 15-13 game. Who knows? But I can see this possibly coming back and being the difference maker in this game. But we'll see. Next game, big game, divisional game. The Buffalo Bills go into Miami to play the Dolphins, and this line has moved well. Buffalo was previously giving 8.5. They're going to give 9.5 now. And the over under has gone from 49.5 to 50.5. Matt is on the Dolphins. Matt is on the over.
Um, I'm taking Buffalo in the over. I
Okay.
don't see Miami stopping Buffalo whatsoever, and I think
Right.
Miami can score some points against a porous Buffalo defense myself. So, if Miami can do one thing, it's score points. It seems
Right.
their defense can't seem to stop anybody. And Buffalo seems like they're starting to get rolling a little bit. So we'll see.
All right. I'm going to roll with my same methodology, but I am going to take Buffalo because I just think they're a superior team. The Miami has given away every piece of asset that they had that was possibly decent. Jalen Phillips is not going to be there anymore on the defensive side, so that's going to help Buffalo out immensely. But I'm going to take the under in this, and I think Buffalo is going to be the one that scores all the points. Maybe a 42-3 game.
I can see that.
Right. So I'm going to take the under. The only other thing that I have on this game for Buffalo is that James Cook is in the lineup. So good news for
Yeah.
Buffalo. Okay. Moving on to Baltimore and Minnesota. Baltimore is going into Minnesota. JJ McCarthy is all the way back. So is Lamar. This game started out at -4.5. It stays that way. So 4.5 to Minnesota, the home team, and the over under has gone up from 48 to 49.5. Matt is on the Vikings and the over.
Okay. Go ahead on this one.
All right. I think the Ravens are back. Um, I think the Vikings are getting back. Not sure about 4.5 points back though. Um, the Ravens look like they were moving on all cylinders the last time they played. They look pretty solid. The only thing that I'm worried about is their defense a little bit. Humphrey, their star, I think might be out for this, but I haven't heard anything, which worries me a little bit. I think this is going to be a tight game. I think this is going to be an explosive game. Um, you know what? No, I think this is going to be an under game, and the reason why is because I think everybody thinks this is going to be a high game. So I'm going to take the under on this, but I'm going to stick with my gut on this, or what I think is going to happen. I'm going to stick with Baltimore. So I'm going to go Baltimore and the under.
Okay. I'm with you on this one. I'm taking Baltimore, but I'm taking the over in this one.
Right.
I do see this as an explosive game. I think both defenses, um, both teams have a lot of playmakers. So I just think the playmakers are going to beat up those defenses a little bit. Like Baltimore in the over.
Okay. I just sometimes I just have a feeling like, well, we all think it's going to be like, we see these two teams and they're like, oh, these two teams can score points at random, but then
Right.
when it comes time and they flip the coin and the game clock starts, we're like, where the hell's all this scoring at? What's going
Right.
on in this? I have a feeling this is kind of this game.
Well, it's funny you say that. That's the one thing I wrestle with this game.
Hmm.
I can see Minnesota actually. I think Minnesota has a better defense overall than Baltimore,
Right.
but I think Baltimore's going to need to score points to beat Minnesota at their game. So that's why I think it's going to be a little bit higher scoring. Um, but again, it could be a 49 points is a lot of points for two good teams. So I'm with you. So I think it's gonna be close for that line. I just think it's gonna be over very close though. So
Okay. Um, Next game is the Browns and the Jets. The Browns are going into MetLife, and the this game stays the same on the against the spread. So Cleveland's going to get 2.5. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it, maybe I just wrote this wrong, but no, I didn't write it. This was the total flip. Mike, this opened up at -1.5 to the Jets. It is now -2.5 to the Cleveland Browns.
Wow. Interesting.
Right.
And that's after the trade deadline. So we saw the moves before you got that line. So it moved 3 points. That's a lot of points to move in 3 days.
Yes, you're right. You're exactly right. They dropped 3 points
Wow.
because of all those moves. I didn't even think
I
about that
think
until just now. The over under is 37
those
and a half.
moves.
Yeah. Over under is set at 37 and a half as well.
37 and a half? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And Matt is on the Jets and he's on the over.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Can these two teams score 37 and a half points? I'm not sure right now. What's the news on Garrett Wilson? Is he questionable? Is he playing?
It's a good question. I didn't hear or see anything about it. I'm going to go back and take a look while you talk about how great this game is going to suck.
Oh, it's going to be with it might be as good as last night's ball game.
There's a good
Like if you're not a fan of one of these two teams, I don't think you're watching this game. To be honest with you, unless you see a glimpse of it on Red Zone, during the day, you know.
Right.
I'd say you have to take the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, considering what New York has done at the trade deadline, and the fact that they're 1-7, they're 0-5 at home. Um, their offenses look atrocious. They don't look like they can finish out games. I mean, it's just overall, it's just a bad football team this year.
Yeah, yeah.
It basically was on a fire sale, and they got rid of everybody that was remotely good, except for Garrett Wilson, apparently, who is playing, by the way.
Okay.
So he is in, which gives them a little bit of a spark here, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think
I don't think it changes my
enough
pick at all. To be honest with you, so I'm staying with Cleveland. I think it's a Judkins show. I think Cleveland wants to run the football here. Give me Cleveland and give me the under. I think the Jets are going to want to run the football at Brees Hall too. So
I agree with you, Mike. I'm on board with. I'm in the same boat you are with this one. As far as anything else on this game, I have nothing else except for Dylan Gabriel's going to start. Door Sanders is going to be number 2 and back. That's all I got.
right, I know Isaiah Bond's out for Cleveland. So that's one wide receiver, and Njoku's back, but he's questionable. Harold Fannin Jr. is questionable. He's going to play though. So Cleveland's a little banged up on the offensive side of the ball. The Jets are Garrett Wilson's going to play, but he's still banged up coming back. Just two teams going in the same direction, I think, and that's down.
Yeah.
I think, but I'm just going with the better defense, and that's Cleveland. They've shown it all year. So, I don't see many points being scored in this game, though. So,
just to let you know, this is the second best ticket pricing game that you can go to.
All right, how much? Let me take a walk. 34.
$34. I'll let you guess.
Wow.
I'll let you guess the best one, and I'll let you know which game it is when we get
there. Okay.
But I'll let you take a stab at it. All right. So we got that game. New England and Tampa Bay. I do have some notes on this one. Tampa Bay is giving 2.5. That stayed the same. And the over-under is set at 48.5. That has stayed the same. This line hasn't moved at all from Tuesday, even though Godwin, Bucky Irvin, and Hassan Reddick are all out for Tampa Bay, and Butte and Stevenson are both out for New England. And
Wow.
let's not forget, Butte was the one that caught 3 touchdowns in 3 weeks for New England
Right. Right.
before he got hurt.
Right. Um. Well, so I don't know what Matt took. What did
Matt,
Matt take in this one?
I apologize. Matt took New England, and he took the over.
Okay. I am not on a New England bandwagon whatsoever. I think they can be beat any week. I think they're going into a Tampa team, even without, Bucky Irving, without Mike Evans, without Godwin. You still have Johnson, you still have Otten, you still have Rashad White, you still have Baker Mayfield. You
Right.
know, give me Tampa Bay and give me the over in this one.
Okay. Tampa Bay and the over. I was just fixing something. I'll key you in on it in a minute. Tampa Bay, the over. All right. So um, I'll let you know this. Matt, sorry. Matt took all the underdogs and he took all the overs.
Okay.
That was his
All
bet.
right.
That's what he
That.
said.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually had
Okay.
to go back and fix his Giants Bears pick. I had it mixed up. So if you want to write that down too, he's on the Giants.
He's on the Giants and the over. Okay.
Yes. So he's on all the overs. He's on all the dogs.
Okay.
So at least you'll know where he lies going forward.
Right.
But I'll still throw it out there what he's doing. So I just had to fix a couple, and I see more that I have to fix, but still, uh, that's okay. So this game, I would have loved for Butte to be healthy in this game because
Yeah.
it I think it would have been a touchdown factory going on up there. And my parlay probably would have been astronomical because I would have probably taken Butte and Mbuka and all these guys on this game. Um,
Right.
so this is oh, okay, never mind. It's in Tampa. I was about to say, whoa. It's going to be 82 degrees. It's going to be warm. It's going to be nice. This is going to feel like, a September game, an early September game. It's going to be beautiful down there. Um, Guys are going to be running. They're going to be running fast. I think Stephon Diggs is going to have a hell of a game because he
Yep.
needs to with Butte out. Um, I I love Baker, but I think if we're on this magic train of Drake May and him looking as great as he has, um, this is probably going to end up being a down to the wire game, a touchdown or a field goal game, and having the Patriots get an extra 2.5 on this, I think is good for me. So I'll take the Patriots on this, but I am certainly I don't think I don't think I can go against the grain and not take the over on this game as well. So I will take the
Okay.
over as well on this.
So you and Matt are both on New England and the over in this one.
We're all on
Okay.
over. We're all on the over on this.
Right. No on Tampa.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the only one that took.
So real quick, the breakaway from the picks. McKee Sport is winning against TJ 14-3 in the third quarter.
Nice.
Nice update. South Allegheny is down 24-7 at the half.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's a shocker. The Clareton Bears, who've only allowed 7 points all season, are winning at halftime against Jeanette 22-20. So
Wow.
interesting game there, Clareton. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well then. Interesting scores here. All right. Moving on to our next game, which we have the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. This game has stayed the same, ATS minus 5.5. So 5.5 is going to go to the Saints when they go to Carolina. And this over under has moved a point and a half from 40.5 down to 30. And I think the big reason why is because Carolina, McMillan is questionable with the hamstring. And this is a guy,
Interesting.
and this is a guy that ends up getting, you know, 8 catches a game, 7 catches a game. You know, um, he's been their guy from the very beginning. I think it's going to hurt them, but I don't think it's going to matter too much against these Saints. I just don't think the Saints are any good this year. I don't think they're going to be good. I think this is probably again one of those teams that goes, even though they've already won one, I don't think they win any more. Um, the only thing that I'm really questioning is the over under at 38 and a half. And again, it's low, but I don't see this being a high scoring game. I don't see the Saints putting up many points. Um, I'll take the over on this with the hope that for my defensive pick in Carolina, I'm hoping that they're able to put a couple points on the board defensively to get this score up a little bit. So I'll take the Panthers and I'll take the over.
Okay. I am with you exactly. Carolina in the over. I think Carolina beats them up pretty bad. I think New Orleans can maybe score 10 to 14 points, but I just think Dowdle has a huge game. I think Hubbard has a big game. Um, Carolina's just a better football team across the board, and I don't think New Orleans wins another game all year myself. So yeah, give me Carolina in the over.
Okay. We're all on the same one on that one. Well, not all of us, but you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, this is your chance to guess the ticket price for this next game.
Okay.
It's our deal of the weekend ticket price extravaganza that we like to play here. And how much are they going for? The Jacksonville Jaguars will take on the Houston Texans. This is a
Oh,
pick. This is a pick'em game. Jacksonville. Ooh, this is slightly different now. Jacksonville uh, was was getting a point and a half to now giving a point and a half. Okay.
so Houston's favored.
Houston is
I
favored.
mean, I mean,
No,
Jacksonville's
no, no.
getting a point. Houston's getting a point and a half. I mean,
Houston was giving a point and a half. They are now
right now they're getting.
getting a
Okay.
point and a half.
Okay.
Yes. And I think we know the reason why to that. Um,
Yeah.
CJ Stroud obviously is not playing in this game. He's still in concussion protocol. Davis Mills will be your quarterback, which he didn't do too bad when he had to fill in, or when he was the starter, right? When he was a starter 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't do bad. He had a nice little stretch there where, he was a little bit of a phenomenon in the NFL.
Yeah.
So it opened up at 39 and a half. It is now at 37 and a half over under. And again, Houston is getting a point and a half. And
Um.
hold on, before you go ahead and take your pick, why don't you tell me how much ticket prices are going for? And I'll let you know this little tidbit.
Oof.
It just dropped even more.
Again. um. I'm gonna say $26.
Oh, very close, my friend. I will give you this. Your answer of 26 is on the under.
Wow. Wow.
So the ticket prices for this game, tickets are as low as $30.
That's incredible for an NFL game. That's insane.
$30. Hey, for a family of five, for $150, you can go to
Yeah.
your first NFL game.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So obviously Matt's on the Houston Texans since they're getting a point, and he's on the over. So point and a half, basically a pick 'em, and 37 and a half is the over under.
I'm taking Jacksonville in the over. I think that number is a little low. Give me the Jaguars just because they have their core. But what worries me is that they're without BTR
Yes.
and they're without uh Well, the guy put on the number 2 pick overall, he put him on IR last week, Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
So a lot of Parker Washington, a lot of Dyami Brown, but he's questionable. So this might be the Travis at the end show this week. But give me Jacksonville on the over in this one.
I'm taking the under on this one, no doubt about it. We got a banged up Jacksonville team who can't throw the ball to anybody because there's nobody that he can throw the ball to anymore. He's got no more receivers apparently, and we got Houston, who's got Davis Mills coming in. I'm going to take Houston because I think that Houston is going to be able to get them in the long run in this game, only because they have more weapons offensively. And I also think that the team is going to play a little bit different because obviously, they're not playing with Stroud, they're playing with Davis Mills. So I'm going to take Houston in this game, but I'm certainly on the under of 37.5 in this game as well. I think this is a divisional game on top of it. I don't like all the dynamics that are surrounding this game, considering the fact that it opened up at also at 39.5 and it's now down to 37.5.
Well, think about it. Quarterback's out for one team and the star receiver's out for the other team, so It makes sense.
That certainly makes sense. There's no doubt about it. And
I'm pulling out my defensive score of the week in this one. I'm taking Jacksonville.
There you go. All right. So we have all exhausted our defensive touchdowns this week. Everybody has their pick in. Okay. I don't have anything else on this game other than Brian Thomas Jr. being out. Right?
Yeah, that's the big news for Jacksonville. Stroud being out for Houston.
Right.
Both these teams need a win, so it should be interesting.
Right. I agree. Okay, let's go to a game that I'm a little bit torn on, to be honest with you. And this is the first 4:00 game at 4:05. We have the Arizona Cardinals and the Sea Chickens, as you guys call them, or the Seahawks. We're going to be in Seattle, mind you, in Seattle. The Seattle Seahawks are giving 6.5.
Woo!
And the over-under was 46. It's now 44.5.
Wow.
Weather doesn't look to be a factor in this one right now. Matt is obviously on the Cardinals and on the over. I am not opposed to this Cardinals pick. They've looked good under Jacoby Brissett. And he's throwing the ball a lot. I think his minimum so far is like 240 yards.
Wow. So fun fact about that, you mentioned that. In 21 career starts with Kyler Murray, Trey McBride had 2 touchdowns. In 3 career starts with Jacoby Brissett, he has 4. So
obviously Jacoby loves his tight ends.
Yes, and Marvin Harrison had his best game as a pro last week.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Again, that's not just because of Brissett. It's because they're trying. I'm hoping that they're figuring out ways to get him the ball. Because again, Jacoby's been playing now for 3 weeks? 3 weeks right now. This was his third. Last week was his 3rd game, I believe. This will be his 4th. And on top of that, Kyler Murray's out for another 4 to 8 weeks. So Jacoby's going to be the guy here for going forward. Almost
probably for the rest of the year.
Probably for the rest of the year.
Right.
This is a divisional game. So this is also going to play into that factor. They're playing in Seattle where they get rowdy. But Seattle, I have to give credit where credit's due. Darnold is playing a lot better than I ever expected.
Listen, he's a beast. I mean, you can honestly say right now he's a top 5 quarterback in the league, which is insane.
Stats and everything else would have to agree with that, considering the fact that he's got some of the best numbers in the league.
Right. And they had a weapon for him in Rashid Shaheed. So, so I mean, the rich get richer a little bit, and they're in much needed time with a banged up Seattle wide receiving core. So they still have arguably one of the best guys in the league in Jackson, Jackson Smith and Jigba,
Right.
but they're banged up behind him. So
Yeah. Again, I think Cooper Cup might be out of this game. I haven't seen
yeah,
anything official. I know he's questionable, um, but obviously, this is if they weren't in Seattle, I probably would be on Arizona, but they're in Seattle, so I have no choice but to take Seattle in this, and lay these points. Um, hmm. What was this Cardinal game last week? And that again, they played Dallas,
they
so
played Monday night against Dallas, right?
27 to
Won 27 to
17.
17.
What's that?
Yeah,
44.
and shut down a really good Dallas offense, which was impressive.
Right. Ooh, that was right at the cusp too, because I was at 44 points that game. So, um, I'll I'll take the over. I'll take Seattle in this game.
Okay. Um. Hmm. This is a tough one.
I
At
know.
6.5 points
I know. I know.
I'm looking at
Especially
6.5.
again, especially considering the fact that Arizona's been playing better the last
They've
two
been
weeks.
playing well. It's a divisional game.
Right.
Their defense has shown up lately. They seem more confident with Brissett in there as a team overall. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Because they know that they have a potential of winning now.
right? They have a chance to win every game. You know, it's not just throw up a prayer like Kyler Murray did. It seemed.
Exactly.
Give me Carolina and
You mean Arizona?
Arizona. Yeah, Carolina. Yeah, Arizona. Yeah, I feel like Matt picking any team that's not playing.
Right.
Give me Arizona in this one. That overlooks these two teams can score some points. Man, divisional game. Let me take a look at something real quick.
That
Um,
the divisional. You keep saying it, and I keep thinking to myself, it's a divisional game. It's a divisional game. Now I'm like, I'm waffling on my over pick.
yeah, I just want to see something real quick with this.
I'm
Um,
I'm jumping ship, Mike. I'm going on the under. I'm jumping ship.
um,
Yep, I'm on the under. I feel more confident about that, to be honest with you. It seems like the only teams that the divisional games don't mean anything for are our divisional games. And what I
right,
mean ours, I mean the Steelers.
right. So they played in week 4 this year.
Okay.
And Seattle won 23-20 in week 4. I mean, yeah, Seattle won 23-20 in week 4,
And that was in
which is
Arizona.
yes, it was right.
And they were playing with Murray instead of Brissett.
True, true. Um,
I'm still going the under in this game.
you're still going the under?
Yeah, I'm still going the under.
Okay, I'm taking Arizona in the over in this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am the only one on the Hawks. I am the only one on the under. All right, I'm okay with it. There's got to be a bigger reason why Seattle is getting given 6.5. There's got to be
Yeah.
a bigger reason. It can't be. It can't be just because of the fact that it's Jacoby Brissett and not Kyler Murray. Because again,
Well, I don't know who's running the football in Arizona. Mercado,
well,
the guy they
it's looking like it's going to be a toss up between DeMarcado and Michael Carter, but I don't know if Carter's back yet.
right. They had the other kid starting last week.
Yeah, what is it, Bam Knight, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But Mercado ended up getting.
He got the bull share of the carries there. Yeah.
Right. He looked like the better back overall.
Yes, he did.
So I think it's DeMarcado that's going to be your starter, with obviously Bam Knight going to be, throwing in.
Right. Right.
And again, I'm still unsure of whether Michael Carter is back yet or he's not.
Right.
I have nothing else on this game either. So
No, me neither.
yeah, what it is what it is. Okay, uh, one game here where I think it's going to come down to the wire, and again, the kickers might play a factor in this, and I have a little juicy tidbit about that. The Rams are going to San Francisco in a divisional game, and oh, this line has moved. The Rams were giving 3.5. They're now giving 4.5.
Wow.
And the over under has stayed the same at 49.5. We know where Matt lies on this. The one little tidbit I have on this is the kicker for the Rams, Mevis, is going to start. Their kicker for most of the year was Cardi, and he missed more field goals and extra points than any other kicker in the league. So it sounds
Wow.
like Cardi got fired, and Mevis is his replacement. Guys, you are
Interesting.
extremely loud. I am screaming basically over top of you.
Another divisional matchup here.
Yep, divisional game.
Okay.
It's going to be rough, but I think it um, might come down to kicker play. But again, uh, Matt Stafford and Devontae Adams has been on a hot streak when it comes to catching touchdowns. And Brock Purdy obviously is still out in this game. Mac Jones is going to start again. Again, you're going to ride with the hot hand, right? So
Right.
as of right now, the Niners are riding with Jones, who's been the hot hand for them. I just divisional game here though for 4.5 points though kind of seems a little bit off to me.
Yeah, especially in the last 9 games in this series, San Francisco has won outright. They actually, if you remember, the Niners beat them in that barn burner Thursday night game, 16-15 earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Shocker. So, divisional game, tight played. You know, for some reason, these coaches play tightly. The two coaches know each other very well. Um, I like San Francisco in the under in this one.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, Cal Shanahan has beaten McVay in every matchup head to head that they've had. Am I correct?
I want to say he owns a ridiculous record against him. I know
Right.
that.
And they're going to be at home.
Right.
I wanted to take the Rams, but I think I'm on the Niners.
Yeah, that 4.5 too much for me at home.
Right.
I actually don't know who's going to win this game. Um, I want to say the Rams are going to win, but with their kicking problems, which you just told me, that worries me.
Right.
You know,
Well,
I can see this in a field goal game.
I was going to say it should worry you a little bit less considering the fact that the guy that missed all those is now gone.
Right, right. Well, yeah, but the problem is the guys that have been brought in this year have stunk just as bad as the guys that have been cut.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so and I don't think the Niners have a good kicker either. So
what do you got?
they're,
What do you got?
but yeah, I think
What are you taking?
I'm taking San Francisco in the under.
Before you even said anything, I already wrote down mine. I am exactly the way that you feel right now. I'm on the Niners. I'm on the under. Divisional game, like we said.
Yeah,
Again, I think Shanahan's record against McVay is a ridiculous one. I think it's like 7-2 or something like that. It's something crazy. There's a fat chance that I would be able to find it right now as we're talking, but I
so,
probably won't.
so one thing we're not talking about that division. Seattle's 6-2. The Rams are 6-2. The Niners are 6-3.
Yes.
The Niners are 3-0 in the division. Wow. Only a +6 scoring differential. The Rams are 1-2 in the division, and they're a +82. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm liking my pick more and more.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't think I need to. I could always try to find it later, but nonetheless, the fact remains, I'm on the Niners. I'm on the under. I think it's going to be a tight game. We're down to our last three of the pros here, Mike. And as a matter of fact, we don't have to go back and check in on our super dog or anything because we've finished it. Well, but never mind. We'll go back. Anyway, the Detroit Lions is the last football game on Sunday before we get to the Sunday night game. So it's the Lions going into Washington, and you can imagine that this one's going to be a big one now. So uh, the Lions were giving 8.5. It's now 7.5, and the over under is now gone from 48.5 to 49.5.
So one weird thing about this, not the game, just the Commanders,
Mm-hmm.
they decided not to put uh, the quarterback on IR.
Yes, he was not placed in IR. The reason being is because that he went to a bunch of different specialists. He went to a bunch of different and got a bunch of different opinions. He didn't tear anything. Um, thank God for him.
Yeah, because that was
It,
really bad.
right. It was just a dislocation, which at this point probably just going to take some time to heal from that. He's probably going to wear a brace after this. Um, but the big thing again is he didn't tear anything.
Right,
So
that's you.
if he tears something, it's an automatic out for the season. Get surgery immediately. Got
Mm-hmm.
to get back for next year as soon as possible. Um, at this point right now, he's out indefinitely, which basically means he's out until they say he is. Um, so my guess is they're gonna see how he progresses. I mean, they're 3-6. They're 2-2 at
Right.
home. Um, you know, it's not like they're beating down the door here for a playoff spot. They're on the
No.
they're on the outside. You
Right.
know, so I'm not quite sure what the reasoning is behind this, but I guess they're thinking that he may be able to make a difference at some point in time. I don't know.
That
Um,
Brian Robinson Jr. trade just still makes me scratch my head even more right now.
yeah,
They have no identity. They cannot run the football. The three running back head that they have back there is not working. McCroskey, Merritt, Rodriguez, and the other guy, I forget his name at this moment. It's just not working for Washington. Their defense hasn't played as well as it did last year. Of course, quarterback play has been iffy just because of injuries all year. Um, it's hard. It's Detroit. I have Detroit in this one. Give me
yeah, I
Detroit.
do too.
I don't know how many points Washington puts up. I think Detroit gets it in the win column, puts 30 plus on this team. But does Washington have enough points? I'm taking Detroit in the under myself in this one.
Mike, I'm on the same boat as you. I think Detroit's going to be the one scoring the points. I think it's going to be harder for the Commanders to move the ball. Um, and again, just like the game before, when I said it's going to be one team scoring all the points, I think it's going to be the Lions doing the same, and the Commanders will be lucky if they get three on the board, in my opinion.
Right.
So I feel exactly the way you do in this game. Detroit again, they're 5-3 this year. Okay, they're not as hot as they were last year at this point, but they're still the Detroit Lions. They still have Jared Goff.
Right.
Amon St. Brown, the Sonic and Knuckles backfield,
Yeah.
Laporta. Aiden Hutchinson's back and in full force. I just like this Lions team way more than this Commanders team right now, and I think
Oh yeah.
this I think these lines are pretty much showing the same thing too. Um,
Yep.
they're trying to
I
get
think the line
Washington its
is where it
jitters in this
should be,
spot.
actually, if not more. I
Yeah.
think the line is where it should be. So,
Well, again, this thing opened at 8.5, right?
right.
So
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
it opened at 8.5. The over under stayed the same. So I don't know. All right. On to probably the most heartbreaking game of the weekend on Saturday night. Is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers going into LA to play the Chargers. Sunday night game, their second primetime game in a row. Um, because they had that Thursday night game. Now they have a Sunday night game. The line on this moved. The Chargers were giving 2.5. They're now giving 3.5.
Okay.
And the over under went from 44.5 to 45.5. Nope, I said that backwards. They were giving 3.5. They're now giving 2.5. I apologize.
Okay. What is 45.5 over under?
45.5 is the over under. Steelers
Okay.
are getting 2.5 now.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Steelers were getting 3.5, but now it's 2.5. Yeah. Mike, I think the only thing that is going to help the Steelers in this case is the fact that the Chargers are without both tackles, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's both.
Yes,
tackles.
they are.
I know
Yep.
it's one. I know it's one tackle, Joe Alt.
Joe Alton Slade got since the beginning of the year, so yeah.
Yeah, Joe Alt is out for the rest of the year. He got high ankle surgery done on his ankle, because of his consistent high ankle sprains that he's had all year. So they opted to get surgery on it. But I think that's the only thing that's going to help the Steelers in this case, especially if this defense is here to stay. Because if you go back and look at those losses that the Chargers have, Alt wasn't in the game. And because of that, Herbert doesn't feel set in the pocket. He gets a little bit jittery. And I think that's in this case, I think that's going to help the Steelers because he's going to be forced to make passes that he doesn't want to, and he's going to be forced to throw the ball, maybe in the coverage he doesn't want to, try to squeeze the ball in. Also, I think it's going to be easier for the Steelers to be able to get pressure on him because of the fact that his all-star left tackle is not in the game. I'm hoping, again, I'm being a homer on this game. I'm hoping that the defense has figured things out 10 weeks into the season, and the defense that we got last week with 6 turnovers is here to stay. And the Steelers getting 2.5 points, I'll take it. I'll take the Steelers. The over under at 45.5, I think it's to me, I think it's a little bit low for these two teams. So I'm going to take the over in this game. I could see this being a 27-24 type of game, 28-24 type of game. So I'm going to take the Steelers. I'm going to take the over.
So a couple of things. As I read a bunch of things, listened to a lot of sports talk. Going into last week, the Steelers had to move some players around. So Kyle Duggar trade, he's starting strong safety. Jalen Ramsey moves to free safety. Before last week's game, the Steelers played predominantly cover 1 and cover 3 with one safety back deep 79% of the time. Last week, with those two guys in there, 78% in cover 2. And it made a huge difference against a team that can run and pass. The Steelers usually blitz about 39% of the time, only blitz 33% of the time because they were still only rushing 4 guys, but they're coming from everywhere. It was kind of like the old Steeler D. They were dropping linemen. They were T.J. Watt dropping back. He wasn't rushing all the time. We saw Patrick Queen get there. We saw Jalen Ramsey with a sack last week. I think him at safety is a big addition. I think Duggar getting more comfortable with the team is going to help. Again, one game, if they can't do it again, that one game is just that one game win. That's it. To me, they can build on that against an AFC opponent, get a conference win. I think the Chargers are ripe for the picking this week just because of the injuries on the offensive line. Herbert, against the rush, his quarterback rating drops from 84% down to 67%. So, huge drop.
6-7.
6-7. There you go. Whichever the hell that means, I still don't get it. So
I don't know,
yeah,
but you can
yeah,
hear my kids in the background. 6-7.
right. I like the Steelers in this one. Over under is about right where I think it should be, but I think it's going to be over myself. Like 28-21 for the Steelers. So give me the Steelers in the over. We're all in the same in this boat.
Yep, we're all on the same. Yeah.
Injury news wise, I saw Darnell Washington was questionable, wasn't practicing much. Cam Hayward, not Cam Hayward.
Connor.
The other Hayward, the tight end was out on Wednesday. I don't know if he practiced yesterday or today. I didn't see much of the injury report. Isaac Samuelo, is he in this game? Do you know?
Who?
Injury report wise, I'm not sure.
Who?
The guard Isaac Samuelo for the Steelers.
Oh. Um,
I knew he was limited this week in practice.
Let me go to the Steelers Twitter page here and see if they have a injury report out. Here we go. Okay. Scotty Miller is out.
Okay.
That doesn't matter. Corey Trice Jr. is questionable. Um, Jabril Peppers is out. Holcomb is out. Demaleo is out, the guard. So Darnell Washington on Friday, which is today, he was a full participant, so it sounds like he's going. Connor Hayward was a full participant. He's going to go.
Okay.
TJ Watt had a rest day, so he did not practice, but that doesn't mean anything. He's going. So who was the guy that you asked about?
Isaac Samuel, you just told me he's out. He's out.
Yeah, Isaac
So
Samuelahu or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, he is out. He has a pectoral strain, I believe. I think it's a
Okay.
strain, but it says pectoral. I'm assuming it's a strain. Obviously, it has to be a strain. If it was a tear, he'd probably be on IR or
Right.
something else. But yeah, so that's basically where we're at. So what I said was who's out, who's in. Wasn't really anybody that I saw there that was in
Right.
fear of missing anything. Just to take a look one more again. Just going to see if any of our receivers were out, which I don't think. Of course, there it is. So yeah, we're going to get out coached, but I don't think we get outplayed in this game.
Right.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scotty Miller. No, all of our receivers are healthy.
Does MVS get a hat this week? I think he does.
You think MVS puts on a helmet this week?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Oh, so Corey Trice and Will Howard were all in their 21-day window.
Okay.
So they're all designated to return. And obviously, Will Howard and Corey Trice are questionable. I would probably have to say that they're probably going to be out.
Right.
But you never know. I mean, it doesn't really matter if Will Howard is in or not because he's not going to play anyway unless something catastrophic happens. Let's hope that is not the case.
Real quick on Fox, Northwestern's playing USC.
Yes, that's actually I was getting ready to turn that on right now because I was trying to find the other game and it wasn't on. So now switching to this game, which this should be a good game.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's coming on. All right, and then the last game that we have to talk about here is the Monday night game, and we have a little bit of movement on this as well. The Philadelphia Eagles are going into Green Bay to play the Packers, and the line was 2.5 to the Eagles. It is now a pick 'em at 1.5 to the Eagles. And the over under has stayed the same. It is going to be 45.5.
This is a pretty easy pick for me, just because of how Green Bay has some injuries. Christian Watson's questionable now, might not play. Tyler Kraft injury is going to hurt them a lot, in my opinion. Jordan Love played really bad last week. The team played really bad. Joey coming off a bye week. Give me Philly in the over in this one.
Mike, I feel the same way you do about who's going to win this game. Um, I think that I think Green Bay is too inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust them. They
No, I
look
don't either.
they look like a perennial all-star team against the Steelers, but take that for a grain of salt apparently, because then they go and play Carolina, who Carolina's no schlubs apparently, and
No,
they
no,
they lose to Carolina. But again, on the surface, on the paper, you would say that Carolina's going to lose that game, and they did.
right.
On paper, you would say that the Green Bay Packers should have waxed the floor with the Cleveland Browns in Week 3.
Lost that game.
They didn't. They lost that game.
Right.
So it makes me wonder what this Green Bay team is. And you know, Philly is kind of like Kansas City at this point. The Eagles are the Eagles until they ain't.
That's right. Exactly. Plus, AJ Brown's back,
Right.
which
Um,
helps.
yeah, I don't have any problem taking the Eagles in a what essentially is a pick'em game. Yeah, we're all on the Eagles. The over under is what scares me a little bit. And you said that they're without Christian Watson.
But he's questionable. Could be a game time decision.
Okay.
Not looking up from what I read, but who knows? So
Well, let's not forget that Tucker Kraft is out for the year.
yes,
Okay. And
right,
that was also a big part of Jordan Love's offense. Now, instead of going out and trying to trade for a tight end this year, they decided to elevate somebody from the practice squad, which I didn't really pay attention to the guy's name. It
right.
might, I want to say it's McCandless, but I don't even think that's right. But
Well, on the roster they have Musgrave, who was a pick, this pick the same year as Kraft
okay.
for a tight end, but he's not Tyler Kraft. I mean, let's not be honest. So
Yeah. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Musgrave is more of a blocking tight end than he is a
yes,
catching tight end.
absolutely, yeah, yeah.
So, with that being said, oh, I just don't see these teams lighting up the scoreboard. But then again, the two games that the Green Bay has lost, they were tight games. They were under games. One was what, 20-17 or something like that. Or I know
Yep,
that
we lost 17-16 to Cleveland and 16-13 to Carolina.
no, they lost 13-10 to Cleveland,
It was
did they not?
13-10. You were no, I thought it was 17-16. Let me check that one.
That's 13-10.
13-10. Wow,
And
even
they
worse than I thought.
and they lost to the Panthers 16-13.
Right,
So their two losses was where they couldn't score any points at all.
right,
And let's not forget they tied the Dallas Cowboys.
right, right.
Um, I mean, they barely beat the Bengals. That was I just that was a 9 point game. Cardinals, they barely beat the Cardinals. That was a 4 point game.
Right,
They beat us by 10. Their first 2 weeks were their best 2 weeks against the Lions and
right.
the Commanders, 27-13 and 27-18. I don't trust this team to score points now. So, and the Eagles don't really wow you as far as scoring that many points, at least not that I can recall. No, 24, 20, 23, 31, 20, or I'm sorry, 17, 17, 28, 38. I got to take the under on this game,
Yeah.
45 and a half. I got to take the under in this game because I just, it's a Monday night game. It's in Lambeau. It's going to be a tight game. Um, Green Bay's probably best receiver, most popular receiver, Tucker Kraft, is out. That offense is going to look vastly different without him there. Christian Watson, like you said, could be questionable, may not play, which would take a huge hit to this offense. The biggest thing that the Green Bay Packers have is that um, they have Aaron Jones, and I think that's probably the biggest highlight that they have. The
Right.
Eagles pretty much getting everybody back. Um, Defense is still a little bit shaky in my eyes, but I think I like them well enough in this game to keep this one under. So I got the Eagles. I got the under.
Yeah.
What'd you take on this one? The over or the under? I didn't even hear you.
The Eagles and the over in this one.
All right. Well, I'm on the opposite on this. This is good. This is good. Okay. Um. So yeah. So that takes us out of the NFL, and we're going to jump over to the colleges real quick, just because I'm just going to tell you who Matt took on these games, right?
Okay, good. Yeah, I've write these down. Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, I have to go back and change all this shit. Frick. We can do that on me and you time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, um, it was the college games that he took all the dogs and all the overs.
Okay.
It wasn't the pros. So luckily,
He
I
took
have
BYU in the over.
yes,
He took Missouri in the over.
correct,
Iowa in the over,
correct,
and Navy in the over. Okay.
correct. And
Okay.
his super dog is BYU 10.5.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I'll have to go back through when uh, on my time and readjust the ones that he had picked.
Yeah, I was. Matter of fact, I was going to go through. So I saw a list he put out.
Yeah, yeah,
So he took the Falcons in the over,
yep,
which we have right.
yep.
Is Carolina in the under, which
Yeah, Carolina in the under, which we're all on Carolina. He's the only one on the under when it's all said and done.
Carolina in the under. Okay. He took the Bears in the over.
Bears in the over. Okay.
So he has Chicago in the over.
I knew it was
He
one.
took the Texans in the under.
Uh, Texans. Okay. And the over or under?
Under.
Under. Okay.
Yeah, Texans in the under. So that's a switch right there.
Yep.
He took the Dolphins in the over, which I think you said we did.
Dolphins. He has on the Dolphins and the over. Yes, that's good.
Yeah, that's right. He took the Vikings in the over.
Vikings in the over. That's good.
Okay. Vikings in the over, Dolphins in the over. He took the Jets in the under,
Jets
not
in
the
the
over.
okay. So the under's the only one that needs to change. He's on the.
Yes, we're all on the under in that game.
Yep.
Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
He took Tampa Bay in the under. So that's a complete change.
Yeah.
So all three of us are different on that one.
Well, that's good too. That's what we want.
Yeah. He took the Sea Chickens in the over.
Still
So
adjusting.
we have to change Seattle on that one.
Okay. So you said Seattle.
Yeah, in the over.
All
So
right.
we're all three different on that one too.
Yeah. Well, I got him on the over on that game, but I didn't have him on the Hawks on that game, so I'm changing that.
Right.
We were all on
Um.
that game anyway.
Yeah. He took the Rams in the over.
Okay.
So that's that. He had the over, but the Rams.
Right.
He took Detroit and the under. So all three of us are on Detroit and the under in that one. He took the Steelers and the under. And then on Monday night, he took Green Bay and the over. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So wasn't a whole lot that needed to change, but there was.
No, not really.
Yeah. Now I'm curious about Mike.
Yeah.
I'm changing a pick.
You're changing a pick?
Yep.
Okay. Which one?
I'm taking the Lions and the over. So I'm taking the
You're taking
over.
the over.
Taking the over.
Instead of the under, you're taking the over. Okay.
That's
Okay.
correct. That Washington Commanders defense had a hard time stopping Seattle, and I think Seattle's offense is just as prolific as Detroit's. And Commanders had a hard time scoring. They were only scored 14 points, and that was way before Jaden Daniels ever got hurt. And I think Seattle's defense is just as good, if not better, or the Lions just as good, if not better, than Seattle's defense. So, yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna switch that up. So I think the Lions will be able to score a lot and stop. So switch that one up. I think I'm good on everything.
Okay.
I like everything else. So I looked into some of the DK stuff.
Okay.
I had a lineup in that I was just messing around with, and it wasn't a bad lineup, but
what is your DK, by the way?
oh, I don't even know.
So I can invite you to our contest.
Yeah, you need to do that. Let me go in here and see. It's C is in the letter C.
Hold on. Let me get on my DK account real quick. I'll do it real quick from my phone.
Actually, as a matter of fact, how about I just screenshot this to you and send it to you?
Well, I have a contest already here going, so I can invite you to the contest.
Oh, okay.
Contest details. I'll share you the link right now on your phone.
Okay.
There it is. It's right in our sports dummies thing.
Okay. Where did you send it? The NFL, or did you send it down
No,
to
it's the
Facebook?
sports dummies chat.
Oh, I got you. I didn't get anything yet, but that doesn't mean I won't.
Right.
All right. So I'll look out for that.
There it goes. I didn't send it.
Okay.
There it goes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, yeah. Then I'll.
Usually it's four of us. It's me, Matt, L, and my buddy Teddy. But I know a couple other guys might want to get in on. If you know any people on DK, they can get on there. But I came in second, and my buddy Teddy's he had 20 people on his last week. I won $32 on his.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I guess I have to submit one in order to see
Yeah.
everybody else's.
We'll just see how many people. We'll just see how many people are in until. Like I didn't even submit one yet. I said submit one in yet.
Okay.
So.
All right. I'll keep that. I'll keep that handy.
Yeah.
All right. I'll probably put one in. Well, I don't know yet because I got to do my research on what my parlay is going to be for over the weekend.
Yeah.
Just by looking at some of these games, I'll probably take Jonathan Taylor. Probably plus 70 rushing. I'll probably stay away from the Giants and Bears game. Bills, I'll probably take Cook over in his rushing.
It's a good call.
Probably end up taking Josh Allen over on his rushing. Ravens and like probably take Lamar for his rushing.
That's not a bad call.
Mm-hmm.
Where is
Tampa Bay? I'll probably take Baker, probably 2+ touchdowns.
why is Jonathan Taylor not on here? Oh, that's the early game. That's why.
Yeah, he's playing early Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, on yours it probably says
It's just the early games. It's the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games.
yeah,
That's why.
I was gonna say it's the
Yeah.
1 o'clock only, or it's the 1 and 4s.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to be honest with you, Mike, here, if there's nothing else,
Nope. That's it.
kind of anything like that, this is going to be a short stream here today because it's just the two of us,
Yeah.
and we ran through our picks pretty quick. No top five because the fun maker is not here.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
doing his dad stuff. So yeah, we are pretty much going to end up calling that a night from here.
Yes, sir.
And so, yeah, with that being said, thanks everybody who decided that they wanted to join us tonight and stick with us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop comments. All that fun stuff. Don't forget to get into our Discord where you can follow um, some bets that we put up, the picks that we have. Put all those in our Discord so you can go back and reference them if you want to on game day. So we'll see everybody again on Tuesday when we come back and do our Tuesday show, probably around the same time, about 8 o'clock. So looks like we're going to be able to get on a little bit sooner from here on out. So yeah, any last things to say to the people there, Mike?
good luck watching some good football this week in college and pro. The college is shaping up. We had our top 25 come out finally this week for the bowl series, and the NFL. A lot of division matchup this week. It matter. So three or four very important conference matchups in the AFC and NFC, and some big division matchups looking at us, and a heck of a Monday nighter, and a good Sunday nighter between two good AFC teams that are up there pretty high in the standings right now. So, only a couple third games. To be honest with you, yeah. So it looks like it's a red zone afternoon, getting prepared for Sunday night. So
there you go. Don't forget to take a nap in there.
That's right.
So we can stay up for the whole time.
Yeah. So that's it.
Right. Well, that's it, everybody, and we'll see everybody on Tuesday on our next show. So from now until then, good night, everybody.
See you later.